Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I know I've been so busy doing makeup for my clients and weddings, but I am back. Today we have my biggest fan, Kamille, who loves to get glammed out. So today I'm going to give her a rose gold cut crease. Now y'all know I'm a big fan of Anastasia's Brow Freeze Gel. I'm using this to lay down her eyebrows because her eyebrows are kind of long, so we want them to stay in place. For my primer, I'm going to use Angel Veil by NYX. This is one of my favorites because it goes on ashy and it protects her skin as well as control the oil. Okay, so with my favorite brow pencil in the world, this is Goof Proof by Benefits in the shade 4.5. You can pick it up from Ulta Beauty. I'm going to use this to shape out her brows. To carve out Camille's brow, I'm using a flat top synthetic brush that I picked up from MAC and my favorite concealer, Born This Way by Too Faced. This is in the shade Butterscotch. Also, I just want to remind you that I do have a brow tutorial out there that concentrates specifically on how to create the perfect brow. So watch that if you are interested in learning how to do your brows. Now I'm going to take that same concealer and cover her entire lid. This is going to serve as her base for her eyeshadow. To set the concealer on her eyes, we're going to use one of the best translucent powders on the market, and that's Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Honey. If y'all don't know by now, y'all gonna find out that Juvia's Place has the best eyeshadows on the market. Here I'm using for her transition shade out of the Warrior 2 palette in the shade Yoded. Okay, to add a little depth in her crease, I'm using the shade Kooparoo out of the same palette, Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place. To cut her crease, I'm using some of the best eyeshadow base ever by P. Louise in the shade Rumor 3 and a rounded synthetic brush so I can get a perfect shape. Also, I just want to add that when you are doing your cut crease, you want to take your time. Stamp your way around the edges so you can get that perfect half moon shape. Usually I do a gradient type of cut crease, but today I'm just going to use one color on Kamille. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette in the shade Faint. Oh, I almost forgot. Make sure you use a translucent powder before you put on your eyeshadow. Just take a small powder brush and kind of dab that on before you put the shadow on because this prevents the shadow from breaking up and getting clumpy. To cancel out the harsh line where I made the cut crease on the sides, I'm going to use a nutmeg shade in the color Roxanne from the same Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're going to buff that out to make it look kind of smoky. With the shade called Jax out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to use that to smoke out the edges in her outer V. I'm using my favorite foundation for Kamille in the shade Macao by Nars. Remember to apply with a beauty blender. Wet your beauty blenders, squeeze out the excess water so you can get a flawless application. With the same concealer that we used to carve out her eyebrows and to prime her eyes, we're going to use this for her highlight. This is my favorite brush to use for my highlight. It's by Real Techniques and it's called the Pot Brush. I'm currently trying to find a new one because this one is a little frazzled from all the washes, but it does the trick and it blends perfectly. I'm a huge fan of a bright under eye, so to brighten her under eye, I'm using Nars Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. Now I'm going to set the highlight with the translucent powder in the shade Honey by Laura Mercier. Now, one thing I know is that my girl Kamille loves a great contour. I'm going to use the top shade in the Juvia's Place Deep Dark palette. I think Kamille is really feeling her look. To contour her nose, I'm using Juvia's Place Tan palette in the top color. I like to use this shade because I don't like a dark contour on the nose. Okay, to cut her contour, I'm taking that Honey translucent powder by Laura Mercier and I'm making a diagonal straight line from her ear to the corner of her mouth. We're going to dab this powder underneath her eye because I wanted to catch the fallout from the eyeshadow when I get ready to smoke her under eye. When I'm doing Kamille's eyeliner, I have to be very gentle because her eyes are very sensitive. So here I'm using a gel by Maybelline Studio. It's real cheap. You can get it from Ulta Beauty. I like it because it's creamy and it goes on smooth, and I don't have to use a pencil that could potentially scratch her eye or any of my clients' eyes, because remember, when you sharpen them, by them being a wooden pencil, you run the risk of it being scratched. Now let's dust away all that excess powder so you can really see her contour pop out. Kamille likes the pencil by MAC in the shade Chestnut, so we're going to use this for her lip liner. The best blushes come from Super Scent Crayon case. I'm using that 4th color on the first page just to warm up her cheeks. So before I put on her false lashes, I'm going to give her a coat of mascara, black mascara, so it can blend in very well with the false lash. So lately I have been really loving this new lip gloss by Juvia's Place. This line is called Coffee Shop and this is in the shade Coffee Break. Here I'm adding a little shimmer to her nose, her forehead, and her cheeks. I really like loose powders better than I like baked powders, but you can use any color you want. I really like golds and bronzes. Just a habit for me, and I think everybody should have this habit. Always go over the brow when you get done with the makeup because powder and foundation kind of gets on top of them, so you want to go over them again just to make sure that they're sharp. Now I'm going to add white glue to her eye. I put black glue on the lash because for some reason, and my business partner taught me this trick, it just bonds better. And I tell you, it will not budge when those two different types of glues fuse together. Kamille is really feeling her look, y'all. I just love this little girl so much. She has been following me for so long on Instagram. She watches everything I do, and I've done her makeup several times. She has the most amazing spirit. I just love her so much. Anyway, to set her look, I'm going to use Soft Focus by Hourglass. I love it because it's going to calm down the powder and just make her makeup just mesh together. Well, that completes my look for baby girl Kamille. Thank you so much, Kamille, for being my model. Also, thank you to my viewers. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell for notifications. I also want to mention that Kamille has a YouTube channel, and I will put her link in the description below. I promise not to be gone as long as I was before. Thank you so much. I will see you soon.